You're watching Sooner Football with Brent Venables from the Mathis Home Studio. Mathis Home, your official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
There's the snap. They bring four. Looks right, under pressure.
Ball's
loose. It's rolling around. It's scooped up. It's going to be a touchdown. R. Mason Thomas has scoop and score. Garrett Nussmeier had it jarred loose by Grayson Holt. And the closer in the first quarter tonight, R. Mason Thomas says, I don't have to wait to the fourth quarter to make a difference-making play. The Sooners are an extra point away from tying it up.
Well, great job. They are all over Nussmeier right now. And this one, we finally get home, and he's got that ball out carelessly, and we jar it loose when we make that tackle and just scoop it and score it. Really good job. Great penetration up front.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sooner Football with head coach Brent Venables, presented by Mathis Home. Finished the regular season with a loss here in Baton Rouge, unable to follow up on that big win against Alabama. Coach, it was a game that had it tied. I guess you had the lead for a while. Nussmeier goes out of the game, comes back, so it was kind of up and down until they kind of took control in the second half.
Yeah, the first half, again, we started pretty well on defense and created a little bit of momentum. I think they scored the one touchdown and got them to 3rd and goal, and they got a little whip route on us. But defense played pretty good in the first quarter, and the offense, we had a hard time finding a rhythm. And then the second quarter, offense started to come to life, and we got nickel and dimed on defense. Gave up a couple explosive plays, got a 50-yard run that ended up having to settle for a field goal, and then a 40-yard pass, that scored another touchdown, and then they had the kickoff return, for a touchdown. And then
you've been good on specials this year.
Yeah, we've been really, really good, and they did a great job of hatting it up, and I had a really fast guy back there returning, and then we felt like we were field position-wise, we were backed up. We couldn't ever create any really good field position. Just weren't. We didn't play complementary football, and the cleanliness that you got to play coming on the road against a really high-powered, explosive offense that LSU can produce. The strength of their teams, that quarterback, the tight end, the receivers, as we said, going in, and a really good offensive line. And like I said, we made some really good plays there in that first quarter on defense, and then we went into halftime. But we again, part of that had a 14-10 lead. Then we were down a touchdown going into halftime. So again, you felt okay. We didn't play a great half, but neither did they. And then.
And you're getting the ball to
and we're going to start the third
Yep.
quarter, and couldn't really get it going again on offense, and then defense. We gave up a 90-yard drive there to start the third quarter. They converted a few different third downs. We were just off and didn't tackle cleanly, and they put their athletes in space, and just they were a little better than we were, blocking us and just breaking some tackles, playing behind their pads, and but we really never just felt like three, we weren't working together as one body.
Yeah, the three units.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach, how much of it was it an emotional thing? Very difficult to back up what happened last weekend against Alabama at home, such a great victory, or was it more X's and O's, or a combination of the two?
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Obviously. What LSU does is different than what Alabama does,
right.
But again, you're just doing some of the basic things really well. Executing at a high level. It's a game of execution, a game of physicality, and I didn't really feel that LSU was necessarily more physical. I thought they made more explosive plays. They had the field position on their side. They, in special teams, that was as big of a play. It happened on the field tonight, and then we weren't as sharp as we needed to be on third down, so extended some drives, and we gave up 7 plays of 15 yards or more on defense, we've been pretty dang good from an explosive play standpoint. Last week we were like excellent against a really explosive offense, and this week we weren't. We were just off slightly, and I think that's lazy to buy into. Well, the emotion of last week is why we won, and it's also why we didn't win this week. I don't buy that. We really did. We had our seniors and our other leaders on our team, man, they had great focus, great determination, had a great week of work. And this is still a game of momentum, and it's a game of complimenting, it's a game of timeliness, and it's a game of execution. And we couldn't put it together like we needed to come on the road and win here in Baton Rouge.
Garrett Nussmeier, their outstanding quarterback, goes down. A hard hit. Was it R. Mason?
Yeah.
That sacked him. Mm-hmm. So he goes out of the game, and it looked like the game was turning. Their backup quarterback was struggling a little bit. He ends up coming back in the game. Yeah. I don't know what he took. Yeah. He came back, but he was brilliant. But he seemed to be maybe the difference or the key player in the game.
Well,
tonight.
Again, he's one of the best in college football. You'll see he'll play this game a long time.
Absolutely,
he's a really good player. But it shows you the effect of players when you don't have them available, right? Yep.
So you were missing your six. You were out without 6 of your top receivers today.
Yeah, so it does make a difference, but he came back, and still, again, I still like our matchups, but they just played a little better in the spots that you got to play well, and I thought that they outplayed us in some spots.
Coach, you were able to surge offensively and have a run game. It seemed like last week you'd turn around and hand it to 21, and he'd be 5 or 6 yards virtually anytime you wanted it. It wasn't there tonight. Was it more of a physicality? What can you tell us about that? Because if you don't establish that, it's going to be hard to do the other.
Yeah, some of the things that they did structurally. Alabama gets in more single high, and they stayed. And coming into the game, LSU played more single high than they did split safety. And tonight they played a lot of split safety. And so when you play the split safety, you get extra guys for the run game, the option game, the quarterback, the +1 run game, and that's okay too. If you can stay on the field and you can still be efficient. I mean, you saw Vanderbilt. They did some similar type things against everybody, against all the split safety looks, and so execution being a little cleaner. And again, tonight sticking with it, maybe a little more, and some of the same things that we did a week ago. But again, we didn't have any kind of rhythm as a team tonight. Yeah. We're just get 2 of the units working together. Let alone 3. And a week ago we did, and tonight we weren't able to capture that.
All right, we'll take a timeout, and we come back. We will go to first half highlights and come back and talk about it. Stay with us.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. Welcome back to Sooner Football with Brent Venables from the Mathis Home Studio.
3 wide receivers set. Back to pass Nussmeier. Little roll left, now stumbles. Rolls back right, and he'll throw it away. That sets up into the line right. 2nd and 10. Nussmeier, quick throw to the near sideline. Caught by Kyron Lacey and immediately wrapped up and tackled. Anderson sprints in motion left to right. Nussmeier looks right, throws it out that way, and it's incomplete. He threw it too far out in front of Anderson. And the Sooners get a stop on the opening defensive possession. Tiger eye at midfield. Nussmeier play action. Under pressure. Quick throw out. That's caught by Durham on the edge. He got away. 45-40 down the sidelines and ushered out by Billy Bowman. Durham behind Nussmeier. They hand him the football. Runs right. Didn't get much that time. Wrapped up from behind at the line of scrimmage by Dejon Terry. Nussmeier sends Thomas in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. Throws back. Running back screen behind the line of scrimmage. Lacey sets up slot right. Nussmeier back to pass. Sooners bring a blitz. He rolls right. Got a man open. That's Lacey at the 5, and he'll score. Snap back to Elzinga. Let's see if he can pin him deep here. with backspin.
Nice
Tavion
kick.
Thomas will take it at the 8-yard line. He's surrounded and tackled immediately. Claps his hands, takes the football. Pump fake to the right, now flush to the right. Being chased by R. Mason, lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught, but out of bounds. Nussmeier, he will fake the handoff, hit as he throws, far downfield, incomplete. There's the snap, they bring 4. Looks right, under pressure, ball's loose, it's rolling around, it's scooped up, it's gonna be a touchdown! R. Mason Thomas as scoop and score! Garrett Nussmeier had it jarred loose by Grayson Holt. And the closer in the first quarter tonight, R. Mason Thomas says, I don't have to wait to the fourth quarter to make a difference-making play. The Sooners are an extra point away from tying it up.
Well, great job. They are all over Nussmeier right now. In this one, we finally get home, and he's got that ball out carelessly, and we jar it loose when we make that tackle and just scoop it and score it. Really good job. Great penetration up front and able to pay it off. It starts, though, by being good on early downs and putting them in that 3rd and 10.
Trips left. Nussmeier pitched to Durham. On the edge, defended well. He put his head down and dove forward for a yard, and that's it. Trips in a bunch to the right. Nussmeier looks that way, throws it to the back. Durham on the edge, takes it across the line of scrimmage and got maybe 2. Pistol formation. Williams back in at running back. Play action to him. Nussmeier to throw. He's got time again, looking. Out to the flat, caught and upended immediately. Josh Williams. He actually got away from Bowen, but Dasan McCullough had his back for a loss of 1.
That's the end of the first period.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Riverwind Casino. Good times, great rewards. The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com. Mathis Home, official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
LSU again, a tempo snap. Nussmeier back to throw this time. Under pressure, he's hammered! R. Mason Thomas, the ball came out. And LSU got back on top of it, and Nussmeier is on his back.
Boy, R. Mason Thomas beat Will Campbell.
An injured offensive player.
Just beat him clean. Got a huge jump off the football. He ran right around him, Gabe.
He ran right around him, and Garrett Nussmeier is on the ground in a ton of pain, holding his throwing shoulder.
He must have, after he took it, because it wasn't that big of a hit. You know, he hit him on the backside, but he must have went to the ground and landed right on his throwing shoulder. What a get off. That doesn't happen to Campbell.
No.
Second sack he's given up in the last 2 years. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Handoff Williams, bounces left, can't get away. Tackled at the line of scrimmage by Danny Stutzman. Man in motion, he's in the shotgun, takes the football. It's a handoff to Durham up the middle, he's free. Into the secondary, 1 man to beat. He got around Des Malone, down the sidelines, Durham tripped up. Great pursuit by Malone to get his shoestrings.
You would think it'd be the same with the backup.
Snap out of the timeout as a handoff to Durham up the middle, and this time he's stacked up for no gain. Ball on the left hash. Back to pass, Swan. Looks middle, throws right, incomplete. He sailed it, looking for Mason Taylor. Williams the back, Swan back to pass, looks right, looks middle, got time, throws deep across the middle, incomplete. Again, Mason Taylor the nearest receiver. Snap back, hold is down. Kick is clear, almost blocked, but he put it up and in. Jacob Jordan in motion. Arnold back to pass. Little roll to the right, looking deep. He's going to let it fly. Downfield, Hester caught it! Falling to the ground at the 25. J.J. Hester. J.J. big play. 50 yards.
He was streaking down the seam, made a cut like he was going to run the corner, and then back to the post. Had to fight off a defender. It looked like it was going to be pass interference, but he still got to that ball and made the catch as long as he didn't hit the ground.
Rolling on the field is a completed catch. The previous play is under further review.
Arnold's got it. He will run it himself left. Big room, 25, 20, cuts right, 15, to the 10, to the 5. Oh, he bobbled the football, but he hung on. It'll be 1st and goal at the 2.
There's that quarterback run game we hadn't seen yet tonight, and they weren't prepared for it this time. They've been biting on Xavier Robinson all night.
Sooners quickly over the ball. The snap. Handoff Robinson up the middle. Crashes his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Oklahoma. X marks the spot, and the Sooners lead it in Death Valley.
Well, I love this drive. Started off, take a shot deep. Hester wins. Pays it off with a great catch as he's getting pulled to the ground. And then we go quarterback run game after it. We've been handing it all night, kind of wondering when are they going to get to the QB run. Well, they're just waiting on LSU to say they're not doing it tonight. They're going to be handing it off. And Arnold keeps it on an explosive run down inside the 5, and Xavier Robinson pays it off. O-line plowing the way there on that touchdown.
4th touchdown of the year for the freshman from Carl Albert. And with 7:22 to go till halftime, the Sooners lead it 14-10.
Nussmeier's back.
Kickoff by Schmidt, headed toward Anderson. He'll take it at the 1 and bring it out. 5, 10, veers middle, 15 to the 20 far side. Watch out. He's got the sideline. 1 man to beat, 50 to the Sooner 40. Got a block to the 25. Schmidt gets a block. It's a touchdown. 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Aaron Anderson. And the Sooners' lead is short-lived. In motion, Jacob Jordan. Arnold's got it. Rolls right. He'll run it himself. He's got room again. 30, 35, 1st down.
Those exchanges in the back are looking really good. It's hard to tell where that football's going.
Quick snap, play action. Looks near side, throws. That's caught by Reagans at the 45. He couldn't quite get away. Arnold, back to pass. Looks middle. Steps up. He'll run. 50. Darts left. 45. Dives forward. Near the 1st down. He'll be about a half yard shy as he moves it to the LSU 42.
They're waving him.
Oh, they gave him the 1st down. That was a friendly spot, in my opinion. Another good run by Jackson Arnold.
Really good. Drops back. Protection's decent. We got 5 guys out in the route there, which really spread that defense out. And when Arnold pulled it to go run for it.
Trips to the right. Overload right. Arnold, straight drop. Now rolls right. Looking to throw, does deep downfield, diving attempt by Jacob Jordan, and they're gonna give it to him. At the 24, what a catch by Jacob Jordan. 17 yards.
Phil Judge saw it the whole way, guys, right in front of me. He followed it all the way down. What a catch.
Snap back, hold down. Kick is away. He's got the distance, and it is good. Zach Schmidt ties it at 17 with 2:13 to go to the half. 44 yards. 54 seconds. LSU ready. Nussmeier back to pass. Looking deep. He's going for the end zone down the near sideline. It is caught. Wow. Amazing catch by Chris Hilton. He was well covered, but he spun to the back shoulder and hung on against Eli Bowen. We're at halftime. Tigers 24, Sooners 17.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. This segment is brought to you by Community Coffee, family-owned Community Coffee, the official brewed coffee of OU Athletics. Taste the difference family makes.
Here's a look at today's halftime statistics. These are the team stats. Jackson on the game rushed for 99 yards, had a net of 77, still had trouble establishing that run, and LSU mostly through the air was what was hurting you, Coach. In the first half, you were 0 for 4 on 3rd-down conversions, so anytime that happens, you cleaned it up a little bit in the second half. But what'd you tell the troops at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, we're within a score. We got the ball coming back, and let's get into a great rhythm. Let's put together a drive. Let's respond on defense. Let's regained control of the field position, and sad to say, we weren't able to do any of those three. The field position was okay. That was not quite as bad as it felt like it was in the first half, but not a whole lot better.
Yeah, that field position is a bigger thing than people realize. I mean, your play selection comes down offensively.
Yeah.
It really shrinks, and then when you get in that middle part of the field, then you can. And basically, that's how that first half went.
Yeah, we just couldn't stay on schedule again on offense, and then on defense. Like I said, we gave up the 90-yard drive off their goal line. We were able to pin them deep, and our coverage units were. On punt team was good, and we pinned them deep there, and then again we gave up a couple of conversions. There was a heartbreak. We had 3rd and long, and they went to an empty 4x1, and it looked like he was coming back in. So we're going to another structure on defense. They threw it out there to him really quick, caught us off guard, and just kind of nickeled it up in there for, if they needed 10 there, they got 10.5, and
right.
And then they scrambled on another. We had good coverage on another 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 8, and Nussmeier does a good job. He held it. We covered him. We covered the guys in a scramble drill. They've been one of the best in college football in their scramble drill the last 2 years. And then he pulls it down and gets just enough,
right.
For the conversion. And that was, to me, that encapsulated what the night was like. They did just what they needed to do. You look at the end stats, and again they outplayed us and outcoached us, but I think that we were around 4.5 yards of play, and they were just under 6.5 yards of play, maybe for the night, and we were at 4.7, they were at 6.3.
Yep.
And the explosive plays, their ability to convert 3rd downs, and then again defense. I didn't ever feel like we got into this amazing rhythm on defense, and we've been able to do that in a lot of games this year.
Eli Bowen gave up a couple, but I tell you, it was like the catch that was almost a touchdown against Alabama.
Yeah.
There were some just pure athletic plays that were
made
terrific.
some plays.
All right, let's go to the second half highlights. We'll come back and talk about that after this.
Arnold's ready now. They need 7. Back to pass. Steps up. Got away. He'll run. 25, 30. Makes a cut.
Good
First
block.
down, 35 to the 40, and he dives forward. They almost got him in the backfield, but he got away, and Xavier Robinson, a great block downfield as Jackson took it to the 43.
Really good job picking up the pressure initially, and Jackson Arnold slides through that big initial surge, and they're in man-to-man coverage, and there's plenty of room to run, and Xavier Robinson with a great block downfield.
Garrett Nussmeier back at quarterback. He had a first-half scare with a shoulder injury, missed a couple of series, but he's back, and he hands off to Durham, who's wrapped up and dropped by Danny Stutzman as soon as he got the football. 2-yard loss. Taylor, the tight end in motion, sets up into the line right. Nussmeier to throw. Rolls right, throws. Caught, hit, bam! Sit down! Billy Bowman planted Caden Durham as soon as he got it. And the defense has come out hitting in the second half. No gain.
Really good job there, forcing that 3rd and 12, backed up on the 10. We're just spread out and come up and make that play right on the catch. Billy Bowman does in the perfect position.
4 receivers left and 1 right. Snap, Nussmeier throws it out to Durham. On the edge, he's got lead blockers. 15, 20, first down. Pistol formation. Nussmeier fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Out of the backfield and played perfectly by Robert Spears Jennings, who dropped him for a loss. LSU on the march. They picked up 3 first downs this possession. Nussmeier play action, looks deep. Lets it fly for the end zone for Chris Hilton. He dives and he caught it again. Second touchdown tonight for Chris Hilton. Second bomb to him. This one 45 yards. Arnold to throw. Rolls right. Throws far sideline. Jacob Jordan caught it. Out of bounds right at the first down marker. In motion, Sawchuk. He'll join Arnold in the backfield. Now he goes sprint left. Arnold back to pass. Looks left. Steps up in the pocket. He'll run. 45. First down as he dives forward. A scramble, first down for Jackson Arnold to the 47, and you can move the chains.
Good job. We get 5 out. We show that we're in empty, present empty, motion the back into the backfield, and then he just continues across the formation to where we have 3 on the other side. So we spread that defense out, and they just rush 4. And
31-17, Tigers lead. Jordan in motion. Arnold to throw again on first down under pressure. He'll run again. 50, dives forward, got about 4 or 5 on first down. Shotgun snap, Arnold, handoff, Sawchuk up the middle, has a hole, 45, first down to the LSU 40-yard line. Sharp in motion behind Arnold. They throw it to Bauer. He's looking downfield to throw, and he's wrapped up. He throws late, just heaves it downfield, and it's intercepted. A terrible throw by Bauer. Sharp. Sage Ryan picked it off. Sharp wanted to throw back cross field to Jackson Arnold, but he couldn't. And as he was being wrapped up back near midfield, he just heaved it in the air to nobody. Jumbo package here. Nussmeier, handoff Williams up the middle. He's got the first down. He obviously had the first quarter fumble. See if he'll help us out again. Fakes a throw left, looking deep. Takes a shot far sideline. Got him, man. Caught at the 20. It's the tight end, Pimpton, inside the 10 and knocked out at the 3.
Hit the weak spots in the defense.
From the 4. Handoff up the middle. Caden Durham got smashed at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Danny Stutzman and Sammy Omasigo. Sooners trail it 31-17, and the Tigers are knocking on the door.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Thank you to our cornerstone television partners, OU Health, OG&E, Fowler Auto Group, and Coca-Cola. Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
Snap to Nussmeier. He looks right. He throws right. Looking end zone. It is dropped. Incomplete. I shouldn't say drop. Intended for C.J. Daniels. Good play by Des Malone to break it up from the left hash. Kick is away, and it is a good one. Which was dead, is alive again. Arnold straight drop. Flushed left. He'll run it. 20, 25, 30. Dives forward to the 33, 34. That's a first down. Trips left, tight end right. Jackson Arnold back to pass. Flushed left. Got to get rid of it. Racing to the corner. He's knocked down. Ball loose. LSU jumps on it. I don't know if it was still in bounds or not. Back at the 28. Doesn't matter. He's 2 for 2 tonight. There's the snap. Hold down. Kick is away, and it is good. Final score tonight at Baton Rouge. LSU 37 and Oklahoma 17.
Here's this week's final statistics brought to you by Dos Equis, official import beer of OU Athletics. Go for Dos. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. There you see the team numbers individually. The running was a little bit different this week, Coach. Of course, you got Jackson Arnold got going some in the second half. A lot of that was scrambling around. Xavier Robinson got the start. He ends up, though, with 10 carries of 20 net yards, and your running backs at the end, Franklin totaled up a bunch, but had trouble establishing just your running back run game.
Yeah, and again, he leaves the game there in the second half there. Got banged up a little bit. He'll be fine, but yeah, we just, like I said, in the first part of the show, just we could not get into a good rhythm, on offense. So credit LSU for they've been good on defense, and and then again sometimes that's the game, when we're not able to hat people up or have the right read and make the competitive plays, and we ran through some trash a week ago too, where they had people there. No, but we did a good job running behind our pads, so we couldn't create the kind of momentum and rhythm that you got to be able to execute at a really high level.
It seems to me you've gone out of your way to not complain about missing your top 6 receivers, but you've got to address it to a degree, because it's hard to establish any type of offense against quality SEC athletes that you play against, like tonight, when you don't have that outside ability to get outside and complete balls out there.
Everything changes. So I mean, we were in conflict on defense. For example, knowing with the explosiveness, we constantly had to change things, and you go some by just your preparation and some of their tendencies, and then they know themselves, and so they'll break those tendencies. But we're playing cover 2 over here, and we're playing a roll over here, and we're changing up the front, we're changing up the coverage, trying to confuse the quarterback. When you can't put pressure on people, you can stay in 1 or 2 calls the whole time, and that's what LSU was able to do. They didn't have to get real complicated, and they were able to stay in a structure we couldn't get them out of, because we couldn't create those explosives and put them on their heels and make it a guessing game. And when you're one-dimensional, if you will, as a result, man, it makes it really hard. And every unit on the football field feels that, feels the pressure of that. It's not just, well, we're going to punt and do that. Puts pressure on everybody, and so LSU was able to play a really tight game, if you will, in all the right ways.
Yeah. All right, when we come back, several things to touch on in our final segment, so stay with us. We'll do that in a moment.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. It's time now for this week's Player of the Game, presented by Groundworks, preferred foundation repair company of the Sooners.
Takes the football. Pump fake to the right. Now flush to the right. Being chased by R. Mason. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught, but out of bounds. There's the snap. They bring 4. Looks right. Under pressure. Ball's loose. It's rolling around. It's scooped up. It's going to be a touchdown. R. Mason Thomas has scoop and score. Garrett Nussmeier had it jarred loose by Grayson Holt. And the closer in the first quarter tonight, R. Mason Thomas says, I don't have to wait to the fourth quarter to make a difference-making play. The Sooners are an extra point away from tying it up.
Well, great job. They are all over Nussmeier right now. In this one, we finally get home, and he's got that ball out carelessly, and we jar it loose when we make that tackle and just scoop it and score it. Really good job. Great penetration up front and able to pay it off. It starts, though, by being good on early downs and putting them in that 3rd and 10.
LSU again, a tempo snap. Nussmeier back to throw this time. Under pressure. He's hammered. R. Mason Thomas. The ball came out. And LSU got back on top of it. And Nussmeier is on his back.
Boy, R. Mason Thomas beat Will Campbell.
An injured offensive player.
Just beat him clean. Got a huge jump off the football. He ran right around him, Gabe.
He ran right around him, and Garrett Nussmeier is on the ground in a ton of pain, holding his throwing shoulder.
Down here with R. Mason Thomas, had a big moment early in this game, the scoop and score. Just take us through that play.
Yeah, we had a good call. Hats off to Coach Alley, Coach V, Coach Shave, and G-Baby made a play. And all I see is the ball go out. I'm like, it's my one opportunity to go get it, because I dropped one in Temple. I didn't pick up the fumble recovery in Temple, so I was like, this is my one opportunity. And then as soon as they were talking about how I was high stepping, I could have got a flag. I didn't even notice I was doing it. I could have got a flag and I called back, but as soon as I seen the ball, I was like, I gotta go pick that up, and just praise the Lord, I picked it up and nobody tackled me.
Any comments about maybe the lack of ball security that you had in the moment? It was kind of, because you kind of just went with the, just palm it with the one hand. There was no tuck, no high and tight, just like had a firm loose grip on it.
Yeah, that's on me. I need to get with Coach Murray and the running backs, because I definitely didn't see that defender who came and just demolished me. I'm glad I held on because I thought I didn't score, and then when everybody excited, I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah. But he came in absolutely like.
You know, we were talking to Danny about this, R. Mason, and you had a sack tonight. Yeah, I know you guys didn't reach the total goal you wanted, but still an increase from last year with sacks. What has it been like to change the mentality of this program where it's a defensive program?
It's to just learn from our mistakes. Like, that's all you can do. That mentality change it's a go get it or nothing kind of mentality. Like, you just want the ball, you got to go get the ball. If you want sacks, you got to go get sacks. So at that point, it was like you either going to change your mindset or we're going to be the same as we did for the past 2 years. So this year, like, you know, we got – and a lot of factors play into it, but we're healthy. You know, guys making plays, you know, guys in their third year. But at that point, our mindset was just changed. Like, if you want the ball, go get the ball. If you don't want it, man, don't be out on the field.
Looking at tonight's game, Will Campbell, their left tackle, is a guy that I think is going to be the first tackle off the board in the draft. What was it like for you preparing for this week and then getting to have that matchup and getting to go out there and show just how good of a player you are?
That was very big, man. So all I can say is all glory to God, because we knew the type of player he is. We know his potential and how he's going to go if he leaves the draft this year. And so we were trying to make sure, like, certain calls to make him confuse his eyes or anything like that, to make him get him off his rhythm. And the quarterback did a great job of stepping up in the pocket almost every play, and that was it's kind of hard. You know, we say we had 2 sacks, but, you know, like that, you just want more. And we know the type of player. He's a great player. And their LSU offensive line is very good.
Way to battle, not just tonight, but this year, man. Congrats on a great season.
Appreciate you.
Danny, this team fought hard tonight, man. Just a tough one. Take me through the emotions right now, the frustration.
Yeah, I mean, it just didn't go our way tonight. You know, our team had the fight. We just didn't have the execution. You know, sometimes, like, on special teams, that's unacceptable. But I'm really proud of this team, man. I'm just proud of everyone. Obviously, it wasn't the season we wanted to have. But our team's fighting, man. They fought every single day, and I can't be more proud of the guys.
You were key in changing the mentality here. You know, defense is first by sin now. What has that meant to you? I know tonight wasn't what you wanted, but to change the mentality of this program.
Yeah, between me, Ethan, and Billy, just coming here as freshmen, under a new staff, being faced with that adversity of, having a chance to leave, or, kind of just uncertainty of what the future of this program is going to look like. Us three really coming together and saying, look, we're gonna build something great here. Obviously it hasn't turned out the way, but we've laid down that foundation, and I'm looking forward to the next teams and what they're going to do. And I know Coach Venables is a winner, and that's what he does.
Great stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Jackson Arnold joins us. First of all, you okay health-wise, man? You carried the ball, took a lot of hits these last few games. How you doing physically?
No, I'm good, man. I just, Coach Johns' message to us and to the team was, we have to do whatever we have to do to go out and win games, and that's just what we do. We just put our body on the lines.
Just weren't able to find a similar rhythm to what you guys found last weekend in the Alabama game. Just what do you think the issues were? How'd you kind of see it from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, against Bama, I felt like we were more efficient in the run game. Whether that was me or X running the ball, I felt like we had more explosive plays, I'd say, and explosive plays are huge against a really good defense like LSU. They're a really good defense. Alabama, really good defense, and having those explosive plays, gets teams on their heels. And even today, when we had explosive plays, we had the back-to-back, the deep ball to JJ, and then the QB run, and then we go and score in 3 plays. Explosive plays matter. They cripple a defense, and I just feel like we didn't have enough explosives today.
Not the night that you wanted, but this team continued to fight all night, didn't they?
They did, man. I'm proud of what they've done since the midseason, and it didn't turn out how we wanted it to tonight, but they kept fighting, and I feel like I let them down tonight. But, man, they just kept fighting, and for the most part took care of the ball. I put Bauer in a bad spot. That's not his fault. That's 100% on me, and I got to do a better job keeping him out of that situation. But proud of the guys for how they came out and fought.
What was this experience like for you? I know it's frustrating now, but in general, to have the run that this team did after a struggling start offensively.
I loved every single second of it. I had a lot of fun. I take a lot of pride in this university and this football team, and everybody in that locker room does too. And I'm proud for how they fought, how they ran the ball, and how they came every day to work and attack. And And because of that, we got one more game left.
Jackson Arnold, the battle tonight. Waited a little bit, and then the legs really made a big difference. Kind of what did you see from him growth-wise and maturity over the latter half of this season?
Same thing. You know, he keeps getting better and better every single week. The players love him, and man, it's great to see him fight. Man, he fought his butt off tonight and made plays with his legs when some things in the past game weren't there, and proud for everything that he's done for this football team this year, and how he responded to being benched, coming back, and having to fight every single day for his job. And he did a great job. I love him, and I always appreciate it.
Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Taco Mayo. Big appetite, bigger savings. Download and save today. Flogistics, the oil industry's leader in vapor recovery and production optimization. Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Sooner Football with Brent Venables is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics.
This final segment is brought to you by Mathis Home, the official furniture store of OU Athletics. Sooners are going to finish up with a bowl game. Coach, so far it seems like with so much stuff going on in these next few days and weeks, that seems like a long time from now, but it's not. You've got a lot of stuff happening right now.
Yeah, we got signing day coming up on Wednesday. We're trying to find an offensive coordinator. The portal opens up here really soon. We're going to have a bowl game be announced in the next couple of days, and that'll probably be an earlier game as opposed to something after the new year. Mm-hmm. So we'll start. We got exit interviews with players and just a lot of things going on all at once. But welcome to college football.
Everyone wants to know about the timing of a coordinator. Can you give any indication as to where you are with that, timing wise?
Yeah, we're narrowing everything down. It'll be soon.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Coach, it was your last chance to visit with the club, and last week it was all up here, and this week it was a little different, but it was the final regular season game and might have been the final game for some of those guys. Anything in the locker room after the game noteworthy?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just told the guys how much I appreciate them, for continue to fight for one another. And, this is a team that developed an identity about what they've overcome and continue to not blame and point fingers, and they just were a unified team that showed up every day with purpose and passion for their opportunity. Our leadership was fantastic, and I saw a team that got better. Not as much as any of us wanted, but a team that, once we made a decision to move in another direction middle of the year there, this is a team that showed up with great determination and great fight. And I don't take that for granted. So I was proud for them, proud for all of the improvement that has been made. Several players made such great improvement, and that'll bode well, for the future. And but at the end of the day, we fell short of standards and expectations. So there's some real disappointment in that. But tonight wasn't about harping on that. It was really just about the appreciation of everybody, coaches and football team, just making a decision that we weren't going to give in, give up, and do what a lot of locker rooms would have done. They would have folded up, and this is a group that refused to do that.
I was just about to say that you and your staff, a lot of people, it could have come apart at the seams. That did not happen, and it's the end of the regular season. Good luck with all that's going on and the upcoming bowl game.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
For head coach Brent Venables, I'm Dean Blevins. Thanks for watching us this season, and we'll see you around bowl time.